I never thought I'd be one of those people who post here. I used to read these stories late at night in bed, half for the thrill and half because they made me feel safer somehow, like knowing what kind of monsters are out there might keep them away. But now I've got my own story, and I don't feel safe at all. This happened just last year, and I haven't talked about it online until now, mostly because I kept trying to convince myself it wasn't that serious, that I was being paranoid. But I know better now, and if I don't write this down, I feel like I'm going to carry it forever, like some kind of rot inside my chest. So, here goes. I'm a 27-year-old woman. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment in a pretty quiet neighborhood outside of Denver. I've lived here for 4 years. It's not fancy, but it's safe, or so I thought. Last summer, I started getting these deliveries. It started small, a pizza, prepaid, no contact. I figured maybe someone ordered to the wrong address. It happens. But then the next day, I got flowers. No card, just left at my door. Then coffee. Then a box of chocolate-covered strawberries. Then takeout. It wasn't constant, but it kept happening. Maybe every other day for 2 or 3 weeks. At first, it felt weird, but kind of harmless. Maybe someone had a crush. Maybe a neighbor. I even joked about it to my friends, calling it my mystery admirer. But then I got a package with a note. Handwritten. No name, just, "I love watching you." I stared at it for a long time. It was written on a yellow sticky note, like the kind you'd keep on a desk. The handwriting was neat. Too neat, like someone had taken their time with it. That's when the fear set in. I called the delivery company. They said the order had been placed online with a gift card. No way to trace it. Same story with the others, all prepaid. No sender info. I called the police, filed a report. They were polite, but I could tell they thought I was being dramatic. "Ma'am, if you haven't been threatened, there's not much we can do." So I changed my routine. Started driving to a farther grocery store. Stopped posting stories on Instagram. I even covered the peephole on my door. But the deliveries didn't stop. One day, I came home and found a package sitting just inside my door. That's when I lost it. I always lock my door. Always. And there were no signs of forced entry. I checked the windows, all locked, called the cops again. Same routine, same shrugs. They told me maybe I had left it unlocked, but I know I didn't. That night, I slept in the bathtub with a knife under my pillow. It sounds ridiculous now, but I was so scared I couldn't be in my bedroom. I kept thinking whoever it was had been in there, that they had touched my things, watched me sleep. And then it stopped, just like that. No more deliveries, no more notes, nothing. A week passed, then 2. I started to breathe again. I still jumped at every sound, but I was trying to move on. And then I saw him. It was around 7:45 p.m. I was walking to my car to go pick up some dinner. There was a guy standing across the street, just far enough to make it easy to pretend he wasn't watching me. But he was. He had this stillness. You know how people who aren't doing anything still sort of fidget, like check their phone or look around or shift their weight? This guy didn't. He just stood there, looking. I got in my car, locked the doors, drove off like nothing happened. But when I got back 20 minutes later, he was gone. I didn't sleep that night. 2 days later, I got another note. "You looked so pretty today." No envelope, no packaging, just the note, slipped under my door. That's when I decided to get out. I packed a bag and went to stay with my sister across town. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I didn't post online, I just left. I called my landlord and asked if there were cameras in the hallway. There weren't. He apologized, said it was an older building. I asked if anyone had a master key. He said only maintenance, and he'd checked the logs. Maintenance had no record of entering my unit. Nobody had. I stayed with my sister for almost 2 months, filed for a restraining order against John Doe. Useless, I know, but it made me feel like I was doing something. Eventually, I moved out completely. Found a new place under a different name, set all my accounts to private, changed my number. I haven't heard from him since. But the thing that keeps me up at night, what really gets to me, is how quiet it all was. He never broke a window, never tried to force his way in. He didn't need to. He watched, he waited, and he let me know he was there. That was enough to make my life feel like a cage. I don't know who he was, a neighbor, someone from work, a stranger I brushed past once in a grocery store. I'll probably never know, but every now and then, when I'm walking to my car at night, I catch myself glancing around, wondering if someone's standing just out of reach watching, and I wonder if he's waiting for me to feel safe again.